the topic of W-I-L-L. W-I-L-L. Will I leave Lodabar? Will I leave Lodabar? So as the Lord presented this word to me this week, I was like, woke up in my sleep and the word Lodabar came into my mind. And I was like, Lodabar. So I started to open up my Bible and started to turn the pages. So Lodabar means no pasture land, no word, no hope, desolation, away from God. See, what happened to Mephibosheth? That what happened was that his grandfather Saul was the first king of Israel. Now, Saul was a handsome man. He was handsome. He had the stature. He was tall. He looked like a king. He acted like a king. But he didn't follow directions from God like a king. Let me say it again. Sometimes we can look like a pastor, act like a pastor, preach like a pastor, but we have to get our direction from God. Sometimes we can sing like a soloist and a praise worshiper, but if it's not coming from God and getting our direction from God, then it means nothing. So Saul has some issues. If you know about Saul, he was the first king. The Israelites wanted a king like everybody else. They wanted to follow suit. So they had Saul to be their king. Saul had a son named Jonathan, who, as the word says, loved David as he loved his own soul. So Jonathan would fight for David, would stand up for David, would have David's back, as we would say in the world. You got my back, I got yours. All the way up until his father. When his father wanted to kill David because his father seen that David had the anointing that was given from God. So Saul started out with the anointing, but his disobedience allowed God to take his anointing and place it on David. So as the story goes, and I'm just giving you the backdrop of Lodabar and how it came to pass, the story goes that Saul and Jonathan died in battle. And Mephibosheth was only at the age of 5 at the time, and he was nursing. So when they had found out that he had died, Saul and Jonathan died in battle, the nurse at the time that was helping and nursing Mephibosheth at 5 years old grabbed him up. And when she grabbed him up, she was running because of fear. Fear of what was going to take place. Fear of David coming in and wiping out everything that had breath that was under the overseer of Saul. My God. So she had fear, and the fear, sometimes, you know what fear does. Fear makes you grab certain stuff and do certain things that God didn't intend us to do. So the nurse was fearful. She picked the boy up and was running. And as she was running, the boy fell. And when the boy fell, his legs and his feet were shattered. The bones in his feet were shattered because of the fall. The Bible doesn't talk about where he fell. Did he fall off a horse? Did he fall off a donkey? Did he fall off a cliff? He was crippled for life. So we understand that this man was crippled, and it wasn't crippled from his own doing. How many of us know that sometimes we get crippled because it's not of our own doing, it's from the people from around us. It's from our grandfathers and our grandfathers' grandfathers and our mothers and fathers who do certain things that's disobedient from God, so then it has a trickle-down effect. Fear trickles down. Doubt trickles down. Unforgiveness trickles down. Hard-headedness trickles down. It wasn't this child's fault. He just got caught up in the situation. How many of us know that we get caught up in the situation? We get caught up in the situation and we don't understand what to do, so we pick up and run. We pick up and run. My mother picked me up and ran me to Omaha, Nebraska, because of a situation that she had. It wasn't my fault. She picked up and ran. Lodabar. Away from God, away from nurturing, away from isolation, all of that, death. And how many of us know that when we do those certain things, it only aids in the enemy's progress? We're aiding the enemy's progress. Every time we run in fear, we aid his progress. Every time that we say, I can't do this, I'm tired, we aid in this process. Every time we say that I'm stressed out and I got baggage, we're just aiding him. We're just giving him another inch on us. He's just stepping on us each time, just stepping on our feet, starting at our feet and just walking up our back all the way up to our mind. It's a blockage. It's like a heart attack. A heart attack is a blockage in your arteries, in your flow. So the enemy likes to block your flow of God. He likes to block the flow of God. So when that artery gets clogged up and your mind starts to wander and your oxygen starts to leave your mind and you pass out. That's the same way the enemy uses things in our situations in our life to get us to pass out and fall away from Christ. We have to stay connected with Christ and connected with God, but when that blockage happens, we fall away. When that fear creeps up, we fall away. When that doubt creeps up, we fall away and keep him in hiding. See, that's what Lodabar means too as well. It means hiding. When you go into hiding, everything you do is a secret. God is saying, I can't use you if you're hiding. Why are you hiding from me? How can I use you if you're hiding? You're hiding from me. You know, there's some things that I want you to do, but you won't give over your will. W-I-L-L. You won't give over your will. So you're hiding from me. You're causing this blockage. You're causing your arteries, your spiritual arteries to clog up because you're hiding. You're not getting the appropriate the spiritual exercise that you need in your life to work that stress out of you, to work through the process. But you're allowing the process to work you. Crippled, beloved. This boy was crippled. And nothing of his own accord. Nothing of his own account. Crippled. I mean, in many a days I sit up in my house and as I was a young child, I was like, how did I, what happened? I'm here in Omaha, I'm part of a family, but no one looks like me. I'm here, my uncle's here, my mother's here, my grandmother's here. I got my siblings and I got my stepdad, but my real father's not here. My other siblings on this side is not here. The isolation and isolation. It was like I was the only person there. God said, come out of there. God said, I'm your strength. I'm your life. You got to come out of there. Sometimes, psychologically, we can go to Lodabar. Our minds takes us into clicking that thing on the website, looking at those photos on the websites, when our physical body could be just at the chair. Our mind takes us into places to where God said we shouldn't be. Taking us away from him, taking us away from his understanding. Lodabar. So you ask your question, will I leave Lodabar?
Wow.
Will I allow my will to go so I can leave Lodabar? Because it's our will that keeps us there.
Come on.
Amen.
The will of not doing the obedience of God, the will of not being a great father, the will of not being a great mother, the will of not being a great friend. Love is the key.
Amen.
But if my will doesn't allow me to love appropriately, if my will doesn't allow me to reach out to someone that wanted to kill me, to show him kindness, if my will and my fears grip me and cripple me like the little boy was crippled from age 5 on up until he passed away, then I'm in Lodabar.
Wow.
I'm in Lodabar. But that's where God, that's where the enemy wants you to be. He wants you to be in Lodabar. He wants you to be in a place where you don't think highly of yourself.
Wow.
You don't have the confidence to say, I'm going to serve God no matter what.
Wow.
You don't have the confidence to say, well, you guys are going that way. I'm going to hit this left turn or right turn and go the right way.
Amen. Amen.
Lodabar. God is saying, come out of hiding. Doesn't matter what people think about you, no matter what people say about you. He's saying, come out of hiding. Come out of your Lodabar. Come out of yourself, and I can use you.
Amen.
Because all he wants to do is to use us
Amen.
for his glory, not our glory.
Amen.
We just get the overflow. The
Hallelujah.
overflow is that, Miss Denise, we were here on time, and you just overflowed on in. That's the glory of God.
Amen. Amen.
He said, come out the house
Mm.
and get out here so people can see your light.